Nobody changed the world by following the rules.
No.
Nobody changed the world by caring so much about other people and what they think about you.
Mm.
If you are true to yourself and your goals, if other people want to tear you down and critique you for that, that's fine. But if taking that away from you takes away your sense of purpose, then those people have absolutely no right to do that to you.
How important do you think is having a personal brand, like what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
Like, because
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the core of what people are kind of looking forward to when they look at Culture Machine. It's like you're the face of it, so they're like, I don't know. Yeah, how important is that, you would say?
It's funny because I have a really conflicting perspective on it. Like, you know, how I feel about having a public profile and being the face of something. And I definitely got to a point towards the end of last year where it was really jarring for me to have a public profile because I just felt like everything I wanted to do, I was self-critiquing so much because I was so worried about offending people or not aligning with our values, or it in a way, being that accountable is great in the sense that you are really thinking about everything, but on the other hand, it can actually suppress your creativity, because when I was more of the manager behind the scenes, it didn't give me as much anxiety. Whereas now, because I'm accountable for everything I do, and Culture Machine is Yasmin in a lot of ways, it's quite a scary place to be in, because it's like someone said to me once, there's pros and cons to it. The pros are, yes, people become attached to a person and become attached to a personality. Let's be real. We all want to engage with real stories and real people. I can post my work as much as I want, but people aren't going to be as interested in a photo from an editorial shoot as they are from something like this. And I noticed that quite early on when with Culture Machine, it's more of a portfolio, our Instagram account, nowhere near as much engagement as me posting what I'm doing. And Behind the Machine became this series where we were documenting what was happening inside the studio. People are way more engaged with that than they were with like the final product. And I think that's just because humans are interested in other humans. Connection, right. So exactly. So the positive side of me being a personality means I draw in contracts, I draw in clients, I draw in relationships with people, and everyone that I meet through this kind of stuff, I end up collaborating with. So in that way, it's great because there's a human face to the company and there's a human person that's actually reaching out. The less positive side of it is the burden that you carry on your shoulders as that. And I think moving into directing, which is what I really want to do, I get so much anxiety before I put something out because I'm so worried, does this align with every single one of my values or every single one of the things that I've put in front of the people on my public platform? Because I don't always want to it's not that I don't want to make content that's not aligned with my values. It's just that I don't want to always make sure I'm doing the right thing, if that makes sense. Sometimes you just want to make...
You want to up, you want to experience.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, you make something and you didn't intend for it to have that response, but someone can easily read into something that you've made something negative. So I think also like cancel culture is one of the things I'm really afraid of, because when something goes wrong, people really come for that person. And I think that's the one thing with social media now is like, you really don't want to step the wrong foot out, because it can ruin your whole career and it can ruin your business if you accidentally did something that was taken the wrong way.
Right.
There's amazing positives, but there's a huge amount of responsibility that comes with it. So like, are you ready for that responsibility? And are you also ready for what it's going to do to your mental health, essentially? Like for me, the big thing is like, I think I come off as a really confident person, and I think I come off as someone that's very certain about who I am. Again, this came up in the podcast, and he's like, oh, you really know who you are. And I'm like, I don't know that I do. Like, I do know who I am to an extent, but it's really scary having a platform where everything you do, people are watching and analyzing. And also, if you're someone like me that I do really care about what people think, it can really affect your sense of self as well. So it's just kind of like, if you're going to make a personal brand, be ready for that to maybe affect your mental health.
That's it.